Hello! Have you heard the good news? The good news is, of course, the Xander Zone, which is live. And you're here. You're watching. You're here on the internet. That is not up for discussion or dispute. Do not argue with me. My name is Will, and on behalf of Real 58, we are thrilled to bring to you, live from the Xander Zone, Chris OG and the Dopaminis.
The song's called Bathtub Gin. I remember when you found me there on the front porch steps, lying face down like I swore I'd never be again. And now there's nothing left that I can say to you. Nothing gained, nothing changed, nothing learned. Give me 2 bottles of bathtub gin and a small dark room to die in. I've gone too far and I can't see the light. Been there once, turned back into the night, and you know I never think twice. Give me 2 bottles of bathtub gin and a small dark room to die in. I went out for a walk today in the park where I used to smoke in front of you. I never understood what you saw, but we always seemed to get along. Oh well, what do you know? It didn't work out, well that's just how it goes. I can't blame you for having enough of me. Give me 2 bottles of bathtub gin and a small dark room to die in. I've gone too far and I can't see the light. Been there once, now I'm crushed in a vice, and you know I never think twice. Give me 2 bottles of bathtub gin and a small dark room to die in. Is it cold in here? I'm shaking in my boots. No, really, I've been shaking since 1:45. Oh, how did I get here? It's such a mystery. It's just every choice that I've ever made, and you are such a saint. I could burn you at the stake, and you would offer to sweep up the ashes. Oh no, I don't blame you. You could have gone to the ends of the earth, and it never would have been far enough. I wish I could have been the one to give you what you need. We were sinking to the bottom 20 miles out to sea. You're just the one who let go of the anchor. Give me 2 tall boys with twisted tea and a parking lot by the ocean. Oh please, don't tell me what I have to do to be free. Don't tell me what I have to do with my life, 'cause you know I don't like to fight. Give me 2 bottles of bathtub gin and a small dark room to die in. I've gone too far and I can't see the light. Been there once, turned back into the night, and you know I never think twice. give me 2 bottles of bathtub gin. Na 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 na.
Chris O'Grady. Chris OG and the Dopamines live from the Xander Zone. Do you mind? What's your preference for introduction? Because it doesn't. We had a question come in from Brian Fitzgerald in the chat asking which one is the Dopamini.
The real Dopamines are the friends we made along the way.
You heard it here. An age-old question resolved finally here in the Xander Zone. This is the only place any conclusive answers are ever reached. Don't you agree, Chris?
You're not going to get this anywhere else.
Ain't that the truth? Unless you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching on Facebook, fantastic. If you're watching on Twitch, also fantastic. We love our viewers anywhere they view them, unless you're watching a pirated version, in which case I need to ask why and how. How are you pirating this? Why would you choose to pirate this? It seems odd. Don't you agree that it's odd to pirate this?
Are we really streaming on Twitch right now?
We are streaming on Twitch. We are streaming on Facebook. So if that's right, you on the other side of the screen, I'm looking right at you. I'm talking to you. We're friends, you see. If you have any questions, you just type away with your little fingers on that keyboard, and you let me know what you want me to say to Chris, and I'll say them to Chris, and Chris will say something to you. Say something to me, but I'll make sure you hear about it. Sound good to you?
It sounds fine to me.
I'm looking for a little more enthusiasm out of that. Is that going to be?
That sounds really good.
That's the height of excitement that we're going to be reaching on this.
I don't know. You have yet to see. I'm not going to make any promises.
There might be more excitement live.
There may be
on the Xander Zone.
More excitement.
It's totally possible. But this is actually a wonderful little surprise because we had a previously booked guest. They weren't able to make it, and you were able to step in. So thank you very much for hopping in on this. This is one of 2 of your musical projects. Is that right?
That's true. Yeah. So I've been playing in this band that I started called Troll 2 for coming up on 9 years now. I think something stupid like that. And I just started this side project within the last couple of years. If you want the serious answer,
yeah, let's go. I'd say serious answers.
Well, as far as
serious viewers, serious answers.
So serious viewers, serious answers for all my serious viewers out there. As far as the name goes, this project is called Chris OG and the Dopamines, and the idea is at some point, hopefully soon, there will be more members of the band. Possibly even the person who's interviewing me right now. You heard it here first, folks. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But
I think you have a pretty good shot with the person who's interviewing you right now. Just
I don't know if you want that guy.
Wow.
Wait, hold on.
I think I want that guy. I think I want him really bad. That got weird.
Chris OG always gets his man.
Chris OG always gets his man.
Chris OG always gets his man, especially in the Xander Zone.
Yeah, so as far as the name goes, the Dopamines, it's you can think of that as the other members of the band, but it's also sort of a tongue-in-cheek way I've come to describe a certain brain disorder that causes neurochemical dysregulation and can lead to compulsive and destructive behaviors that I actually do live with, and I write a lot of songs about.
Very cool. So is that the writing process then? Is that what differentiates your solo music, the Dopamines music, from Troll 2? Or is there a more involved process where you take something to Troll 2 first, or is it how do you split up the songs that you write?
Well, so for those of you who, oh, hell yeah, let there be light. For those of you who know about Troll 2, and for those who don't, it's a multi-fronted sort of writers collective type band, which means that it takes longer to bring songs in because there's other songwriters involved in the project. So like in the last couple of years, most of the people in the band have started side projects because we just write more songs than we can bring into Troll 2 efficiently. But there's also sort of a different vibe to it. Troll 2 songs sort of strike this balance between being personal and being more esoteric. And my songs for the Dopaminis are generally a lot more personal.
So does that mean that you prohibit yourself from writing personal stuff for Troll 2?
No, and I also, like, I mean, I don't really have any reservations about playing any of these songs with Troll 2. I don't really care that much. It just sort of is how it works out most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we have some funky stuff going on with the lights.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I think it's cool. Although I guess that's could be potentially problematic for people with photosensitive epilepsy.
Josh, do you think you could run out and set that up? Audio God Josh also knows stuff about lights. Good stuff. Let's take a couple questions from the chat. That sound good to you?
Hell yeah.
All right, so fantastic. We have from Diamond Verified, top fan, anniversary follower, etc., etc. Tom Keaty asks, what is your favorite Pokemon and what is your least favorite Pokemon?
So probably Cloyster is my favorite Pokemon, just because I always thought it was cool, and I only later in life found out that it resembles certain anatomical structures.
What anatomical structures does Cloyster resemble?
The vulva.
The vulva! The truth coming to you live from the Xander Zone.
But that's not the reason why. I mean, that's fine. It's like a fine way to just design a Pokemon. I've always thought it's a cool Pokemon.
And least favorite Pokemon?
Least favorite Pokemon. I don't know if I have specifically one. Just a lot of the later designs are just too much like Digimon, and it bothers me.
Is it because you also understand that Digimon is the superior media?
Get fucked.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, then moving on. That seems you seem a little guarded on that one. That you don't want. It seems like you don't want to admit that Digimon is the superior media format.
I'm not having this conversation with you right now, Will.
Fair enough. Hey, friend of the show, Andy Lowry.
Holy shit, Andy's in the chat. Fuck yeah.
Popping in to say hi.
Oh, hell yeah. Great to hear from you, Andy. It's been way too long.
Our friend Matt V from Cats on Film asks, is Life a streaming service?
No.
No, it's not. Short and sweet, live on the Xander Zone. And hey, folks, if you have any further questions, any comments, anything you just want to have me read out loud on the internet into a microphone that is also being recorded, you just fire away, either on Facebook Live or on Twitch. I think we're almost ready for more jams as soon as the lighting is non-offensive to our photosensitive viewers, I want to say. We're just about ready. I think we're ready.
Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Hell yeah.
So what was it? So what do we got coming up for our for the next song?
This is a little pop song called "Never Getting Old."
All right, fantastic. So let's we'll hit a few more songs. Then I'll collect the best, the cream of the crop questions popping up, and then I'll recite them to you, and we'll do this all over again. Sound good to you, Chris?
It sounds good to me.
Fantastic. Chris OG and the Dopaminis live from the Xander Zone.
Call myself a failure, but I never even tried. God, it all seems so exhausting. I just wanna run and hide. I see your weary fingers, how you work them to the bone. Don't you know that every single living creature dies alone?
That was a Donnie Darko reference.
I know you're feeling good, friends. I can smell it in your eyes. Now you're dancing with the demons you could never exorcise. It's a clever obfuscation. It's the story left untold. It's horny, bored, and ornery, and it's never getting old. Well, if I were you, no, never mind, I don't wanna be you. I got enough on my conscience, I don't need to fuck your life up too. But if you were me, oh, what a sight to behold, never getting old. So the moral of the story is you shouldn't even try. It's a mass grave, it's an ashtray, it's a tale as old as crime. It's fine, line them up like carrots at the bottom of a hole. So innocent and insolent and never getting old. But if I were you, no, never mind, I don't wanna be you. I got enough on my conscience, I don't need to fuck your life up too. But if you were me, oh, what a sight to behold, never getting old.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We got a few more questions popping in, but as I filter them out, why don't we hit them with another jam? That sound good to you?
Sure, yeah. Am I allowed to do covers?
Yeah, we haven't gotten in trouble for that yet.
Cool.
Yeah, so
All right.
I say go for it. That's
Cool.
the real that's the real punk rock, kiddos. Don't ask to do covers, see? Don't get licensing.
You heard it here first, folks. This is a Concrete Blonde song. Joey, baby, don't get crazy. Detours, fences, I get defensive. I know you've heard it all before, so I don't say it anymore. I just stand by and let you fight your secret war. And though I used to wonder why, I used to cry till I was dry, still sometimes I get a strange pain inside. Oh, Joey, if you're hurting, so am I. Joey, honey, I got some money. All is forgiven. Listen, listen. And if I seem to be confused, I never meant to be with you. And when you said I scared you, well, I guess you scared me too. But we got lucky once before, and I don't want to close the door. So if you're out there drunk and passed out on some floor, oh, Joey, I'm not angry anymore. And if I seem to be confused, I never meant to be with you. And when you said I scared you, well, I guess you scared me too. But if it's love you're looking for, then I can give a little more.
And if you're out there drunk and passed out on some floor, oh, Joey, I'm not angry anymore. Oh, Joey, I'm not angry anymore.
Chris OG and the Dopaminis, live from the Xander Zone. We have a particularly active chat popping off today. Did you anticipate this?
No, I didn't. I don't think anybody cares about me.
At the very least, people are interested to hear what you have to say about the world, culture, and life.
That's fucking
Yes, we know it. Is that flattering to you? Do you enjoy that? That people want to know your perspective on so many things.
Yeah, no, I that's really cool.
The first profound question that we'll be reading off comes from Matt V, the fantastic band Cats on Film. Is seeing someone play in real life technically live streaming?
No.
No, Matt. Come on.
Yeah, that's it, I guess.
I guess that's it. We have an appreciation coming from Tessa P, Chris OG, and the Dopaminis lore. I think that was in reference to potential Dopaminis joining the band.
Yeah, potentially. Already maybe in the band, theoretically.
Theoretically. It's possible.
It's possible.
It is possible in the multiverse of Dopaminis. We have Brian Fitzgerald saying, Will was a Dopamini once for 30 minutes. Could happen again. Who knows? What do you say to that?
I think it's gonna happen. I mean, I think we've been teasing a lot here, but
we have been teasing quite a bit.
We're doing shit. We're making shit happen.
Oh, here's a fun question from Tom Keaty coming up. Your most favorite concert-going experience? Any good shows stick out in recent memory or across all memory that you might possess?
Yeah, the Occupy Wall Street 1-year anniversary show at Washington Square Park. Seeing Tom Morello play was really cool. He invited this whole mosh pit of disgusting crusties up on stage with him, and then the stage like almost collapsed because it was just like a shitty aluminum temporary stage that was built by Occupy Wall Street people.
Was that like an officially sanctioned show, or was that like just the most punk rock thing and they just set it up and didn't care who was gonna be there?
They must have got some kind of permit because otherwise they would have gotten dispersed by law enforcement, but it wasn't super like there was no security or anything.
Fun stuff. Another question coming in from Matt V. Preferred chess opening?
King's Gambit.
King's Gambit. What's describe that move to me? I know very little about chess.
So you open with the king's pawn, and then if black responds with the king's pawn opening, 2 squares each, then you push the king bishop pawn 2 squares, attacking the black king pawn, and it's a sacrifice. Black can take the pawn, and the idea is that you gain extra central control and faster development.
So do you spend a lot of time researching chess moves, chess strategy?
Way more than I'd care to admit, yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on the current controversy buzzing about the chess world right now?
I don't think Hans Niemann used vibrating anal beads to cheat in the Singfield Cup.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah, it was a conference.
Asking the hard questions here. We have a question coming in from Althea. What's some advice you'd give to someone who wants to start foraging for mushrooms?
Go on the mushroom Facebook pages. Get on a bunch of those pages. The old heads all recommend field guides, and I would say definitely get the field guides because they have comprehensive identifying criteria. But the Facebook pages are actually really good because you'll see the same species getting posted over and over again, so you can start to see the variation within a species. And then just in general, don't ever eat anything unless you know exactly what it is. And there's no general rules for whether something's edible or not. You just have to identify the species.
So are species, is that something that's a little bit more regional, or is that something where like any species can pop up anywhere where mushrooms can be found?
I mean, it's definitely regional, but there's also a lot of mushrooms that are really widespread.
So how did you first get into mushroom foraging? I'm just personally very curious about this.
It started during the pandemic. My girlfriend at the time and I spent a lot of time walking in the woods because there was not much else to do. And one day we were walking down the trail and we came across this massive orange mushroom growing on the side of a tree. And we both remarked on how poisonous it looked. And then I was like, just out of curiosity, let me see if I can figure out what it is. And so I Googled orange shelf mushroom and found out it was chicken of the woods. And I was like, oh, we can actually eat that. So we took it home and cooked it up, and it just kind of went from there.
Do you have any special mushroom recipes you might want to share with the stream? Anything that you'd like to flex with in your culinary house?
Well, so my favorite wild mushroom is the golden chanterelle. I found some of them this year, but then it was a really rough, we had a really rough drought, so it was kind of bad for that. But those are really good in like noodle dishes. And my favorite thing I ever made was a chanterelle ravioli, where I sauteed the chanterelles, I chopped them up, and put them in a ravioli filling, and then cooked the raviolis, and that was like the best thing I've ever cooked.
Very cool. Last question that I have about mushrooms.
Okay.
Do you prefer going out by yourself for foraging, or do you like to take people with you when you go out for mushrooms?
That's a good question. I don't know. Both have their own merits. I do like being alone a lot of the time. If I like the person I'm hanging with, then it can be fun to go out with them. Although the biggest thing that happens, because I've sort of become the mushroom guy in our friend group, is that I'll go out foraging with somebody and they'll quickly realize that I don't actually know that much about mushrooms. Like, what's that? Like, no fucking idea. What about that? Nope, don't know it.
Don't know it, don't touch it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is anyone's qualified to go foraging for mushrooms.
What I'm saying is anybody's qualified to go foraging for mushrooms, and you should just eat anything you find growing on the ground.
That's right. Eat anything you find growing on the ground. You heard it here live from the Xander Zone.
Nothing bad could happen to you.
Nothing bad ever happens from eating stuff you find on the ground. We have one more question before we go into a couple more songs. This one comes from Amanda from Cats on Film. Have you been listening to any albums that you like lately? Or how about this? Any albums you don't like? You want to trash on someone? You want to start some beef? Let's get some content going. Let's get those clicks. Clicks, baby. Let's go.
I would never do that. No,
You would never click on something?
I would never click on anything. No, I mostly listen to people yell at each other about politics on the internet. I don't know. Yeah, that's about all I got to say about that.
Any good albums? This, like anti-beef.
Oh, fuck.
Say something nice. Come on,
No,
you have the power.
Brooke Pridmore's Glad to Be Alive. The seventh studio album from Brooke Pridmore just came out, and it's fucking the best thing they've ever done. And it's
Shout out Brooke Pridmore.
Shout out Brooke Pridmore.
Hopefully we'll get Brooke Pridmore in the Xander Zone one of these days. I think that'd be a fantastic stream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right. And on that note, if anybody... Oh, we have one last question coming in from Tessa. Who is your mortal enemy?
Shit, I wish I had a better answer to this question.
You can say me, and then we can squash it at the end.
Yeah, I think it might be Will.
I hope we can resolve that by the end of this.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to.
Stay tuned to find out if we resolve the mortal enemy stuff. Shout out Teeth for doing the mortal enemy question. We love to see it. We love engagement. Stay tuned. You have to keep watching, otherwise you'll never find out. Oh, Teeth also says Will is my mortal enemy too. So
wow,
yeah,
you're busy.
I'm a very engaged enemy.
All right, hell yeah.
Read a lot of Sun Tzu.
And on that note, in the tradition of Sun Tzu, the author of The Art of War, let's hear a couple more songs.
All right.
How about that? What do we got coming up next?
I think this song's called Blue Skies.
A song that might be called Blue Skies, live from the Xander Zone.
like a landmine. It's just as well. It was all preordained. Blood, sweat, and tear gas. Do you think you're a hero? Nothing left, nothing left, nothing is left but a stain. Skies full of ash. Over rivers of asphalt. The carcass of hope torn apart by the side of the road. Just let it die. This is all too pathetic. Nothing left, nothing left, nothing is left but a stain. But I remember blue skies and I can find the rain left over in a hiding place where no one else has been. And if it's all for nothing, then I guess it's all the same. Nothing left, but nothing left to gain. Nothing, oh, nothing but a stain. Where have you been? I've been waiting for ages, but no matter now, let's just pick up right where we left off. Always the same. This shit never changes, repeating the same tired patterns again and again. Try as you might, you just can't break the cycle. All you can do is find joy in the moments between. Try as you might, you just can't break the cycle. Nothing left, nothing left, nothing is left but a stain. But I remember blue skies and I can find the rain left over in a hiding place where no one else has been. And if it's all for nothing, then I guess it's all the same. Nothing left, but nothing left. But I remember blue skies and I can find the rain left over in a hiding place where no one else has been. And if it's all for nothing, then I guess it's all the same. Nothing left, but nothing left to gain. Nothing, oh, nothing but a stain.
Right. That's that song, and it's done. And next up, I'm going to play a different song.
A different song by Chris O.G. and the Dopaminis live from the Xander Zone. You only have one more song left. That's all we got.
No, I can play all fucking night. I don't know how long you want me to do this for, but
How long have we been going? I think we could probably. Well, let's see how the next two songs go, and then we'll make the decision. Because
all right.
if it's, remember, we are mortal enemies, and if I make the decision to end the stream after in two more songs, then that's just classic mortal enemy behavior at that point.
Shit, I might have picked the wrong mortal enemy.
This is the worst time to pick me as a mortal enemy.
Fuck.
There's so many other great times to have me as a mortal enemy.
No,
I
you're
think
right.
I bring a lot to the table as a mortal enemy, but right now is a bad time for us to be mortal enemies. I don't mean to nitpick, but I think as a mortal enemy, it's my duty to nitpick, especially now
That's
in your
true.
most vulnerable state.
I was going to say, I feel really vulnerable right now. I'm completely at Will's
You
mercy.
should.
Fuck.
And remember, if you have any other questions, fire away, either in the Facebook live chat or in our Twitch chat.
Hell yeah.
Because we might only have we might only have one more song by Chris O.G. or two more or three more. We'll find out. The only way you're going to know is if you stay tuned. Transition back to Chris O.G. and the Dopaminis live from the Xander Zone.
Hell yeah. What up, guys? I'm still Chris O.G. and the Dopamanias, and this song's called Falling.
flesh suspended in cold moonlight in a glittering crystal sphere. This kind of stillness keeps the years from intervening till there's nothing there between me and your mind, like an engine burning white hot, hurtling through canyons of ice and snow. Night so cold, but the truth is I never even noticed the world could take no hold while I was floating, drowning in your soul. In an instant, the rhythm shifts, listlessness and impotence, delicious reminiscences have been switched with hideous visions. Things that once are innocent slip away and shrink like distant ships left withering in a chrysalis of resin and dusty Christmas gifts. And isn't this exhausting? Can't you see what it's costing us? These intermittent remittances are a pittance to the penance that we owe. And I know things can't keep going on like this. Like a bleary winter morning when the air is slick and wet, like the sting in your lungs from the day's first cigarette, like a desperate prayer in the middle of the night, like the silence from above, like falling out of love. I know I've seen this place before a couple times, or maybe more. Another stop along the road this life has taken me. And when it's over and the lights come on, I want more to look back upon than a life of ending up in places I don't want to be. I know that you can see me, so I hope that you believe me when I tell you that I've never been this terrified before. Cause I know there's no turning back. Once you've set upon the path, the closure is forever once you've opened up the door. So I'm sorry, but I have to go. This hurts more than you'll ever know. Cause I can't keep fucking lying anymore. Like a bleary winter morning when the air is slick and wet, like the sting in your lungs from the day's first cigarette, like a desperate prayer in the middle of the night, like the silence from above, like falling out of love.
Oh yeah.
Chris OG and the Dopaminis live from the Xander Zone. My new mortal enemies.
Yeah.
That is that's still the case. We're still mortal enemies.
I mean, how do you personally feel about collaborating with your mortal enemy?
I think that's the best way to produce art. Is like just get it's like Rumors by Fleetwood Mac.
It's like Rumors by Fleetwood Mac.
We could write our own rumors.
That's basically what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. And Mary Fairbanks did just comment, immortal enemies is greater than mortal enemies. So how's about we become immortal enemies and immortalize it through art?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Hell yeah, everybody. We resolved it. We squashed the beef. And you saw it, the whole saga play out live.
Just immortalized
from the
beef.
We immortalized beef. Eternal beef. Eternal beef. It's beef forever. It's eternal immortal beef that you get to see. And it's the genesis of it is here. Help me out, Chris. That's what's going on, right?
Yeah, that's basically what's up.
That's basically what's up.
Pretty good synopsis.
Pretty good synopsis coming from new mortal enemy of the show, Chris OG and the Dopaminis. Now, I know you only prepared X amount of songs. I wasn't keeping track. I didn't have a tally going. How many songs?
Can keep doing this forever.
We've got quite a lot of comments. We got quite a lot of likes. We got quite a lot of hearts. We got so much engagement going. And I'm someone who loves engagement. I love attention.
It's true.
That's why we do this. That's why I host other artists to come on, so that way I can be in proximity to them and people assume that I'm also talented.
You can get that dopamine.
I can get that dopamine. It's a good pun, right?
I came up with it, so yeah, I think it's a good pun.
It's a great pun. Great puns. Live from the Xander Zone. We have Chance in the chat. Keep playing Chris. I think we could hit him with like 2 more songs. You think we could We can make that happen.
What if I do 2 more songs and then like a little song at the end?
2 more songs and then a little song at the end.
Just like a little, you know.
Coming up.
Okay.
Thanks to you, the viewers. And now, a continuation of my mortal enemy, Chris OG and the Dopamines, live from the Xander Zone.
The song's called Two Wives.
I fell in love behind the Gardner Museum, in the backseat of my mother's car, back when I thought I knew who you were. Now I'm exsanguinated, faded from 1,000 tiny paper cuts. Lord, I can't take this love, I'm sorry there's no making up, but I'm too much of a bitch to ever say it to your face, so I'll just run away. I know we've been down this road before, going fucking nowhere with the pedal to the floor, darling. I know this is rotten to the core, and I can't fucking do this, I can't do this anymore. No, I can't fucking do this, I can't do this anymore. Looking back, I don't know what I was thinking. Chasing after you, it's like you fought me every single step of the way. And now I haven't seen or heard from you, and days rolled into weeks and months, and I don't know if you're even alive. If I wanted love, I should have found it somewhere else. Down this road before, going fucking nowhere with the pedal to the floor, honey. I know this is rotten to the core, and I can't fucking do this, I can't do this anymore. No, I can't fucking do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. Pour me, pour me, something strong, pour me something deep. I wanna dive down to the bottom of the sea. Why is everything I want always slightly out of reach? This is not how it was supposed to be. I've been hiding in my own little world, not letting anybody in. The light is gone and it's never gonna come back again. And now I'm buried under empty cans like meaningless apologies, all strewn across the burned out foundation of what should have been our life. Oh, what happened to my life? I've been down this road before, shaking like a Polaroid outside the package store, honey. I know I am rotten to the core, but I can't fucking do this, I can't do this anymore. No, I can't fucking do this, I can't do this anymore. No, I can't fucking do this, I can't do this anymore. No, I can't fucking do this, I can't do this.
That's how it ends.
That's how that song ends, folks.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
All right.
So that's one more song. Then we got another song and then a little song. Is that
Yeah,
what I'm to
that's
understand?
that was my idea. Yeah.
That's a fantastic idea. We have no other questions, no other comments popping in. Just people sharing their likes, sharing their loves. I wish they would share their octopus emojis because that's my favorite emoji. Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite emoji?
Octopus emoji.
It's pretty rad. It's a pretty
Obviously,
radical
yeah.
emoji. So now I'm glad we can bond over that. We both love the octopus emoji. In any case, I'm sorry, what was that?
Turning this beef around.
Turning this beef around once and for all, but still having immortal beef, because immortal beef is how we're going to make our record. Is that right?
That's how we're gonna get paid.
That's how we're going to get paid.
Yeah.
Remember, folks, money over everything. That's what we say here. Yeah. Oh, look at all these fantastic octopus emojis flying into the chat right now. We love to see it. I say we play another song and then a little song to celebrate all the octopus emojis.
That's such a good idea. That's such a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I can't believe you came up with that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good job writing the set list tonight, Will.
I know. All right. So, closing out for tonight, Chris OG and the Dopaminis live from the Xander Zone.
The song's called One More Day. Eager moon, timid sky, early dusk in mid-July, pavement wet with red and gold, somewhere laughter passes by. I don't know, but I've been told this routine is getting old. Got to find a softer way, Atlantic water dark and cold. Oh, oh, oh. Salty mist, blue and gray, somewhere far across the bay. Echoes midst the crushing waves, a heavy whisper, one more day. But I just wanna die. Wreck my negative thoughts into something constructive. If this too shall not pass, I'll at least pass the time. But what do you do when the years come for you, when your fears all come true, when it's clear that you're losing? Oh dear, can you make it okay for just one more day? Tell you what, let's make a deal. You don't tell me how to feel, and I won't deflect with road cliches, kerosene and carbon steel. Oh, 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 oh. Never gonna go away. It don't matter what they say. This motherfucker's here to stay, so hold your breath for one more day. But I just wanna dive deep into the waves, carried away somewhere, and something might just be alright. But what do you do when the years come for you, when your fears all come true, when it's clear that you're losing? Oh dear, can you make it okay for just one more day? Tell me that you'll never be the one to say it's all a game, it's all the same, it's all a shame. Wallowing your pain, swallowing insane thoughts like you ain't got a brain, it falls away. All that remains is just one more day. Rapid thought spraying like an AA-12 sawed off. You're gonna die alone, you're nothing, no one likes you. Look up before you get caught off guard. You're not hard, you're a kid with an Xbox and a headset, screaming up at that you're lying if you think you're anything better than that. So you could dig a hole that's deep enough for you to crawl inside and never reach the bottom. And when they look around, you're nowhere to be found, like you could ever stand to be forgotten. Lost inside an all-consuming cloud of doubt, and on your present gnawing, rotten tissue's not an issue, but I wish you'd know revisionism when you see it. Shit, you're rockin' nodding. That's the pattern, act like you could change the past, cause you can't bear to think about tomorrow. Fixate on the history like it'll
it'll be different this way winning now, but will it take you far? Oh, say, can you see? It's all the same, yeah, you can crawl into your better. Crawl into a bottle dimmer with every additional brick in the wall and a stickable hidden in prison, sipping sweet Amontillado. Look, I get it, life is fucked, it's much too long. The future is a cold shower, you're stuck. A house with no power, better drink the milk before it goes sour, it sucks. And you can scour the earth for something else to lessen the effects, but the only thing that really exists is the next 24 hours. Tell me that you'll never be the one to say it's all a game, it's all the same, it's all a shame. Wallow in your pain, swallowing insane thoughts like you ain't got a brain, it falls away. All that remains is just one more day. Ta-ta-ta-ta, tell me that you'll never be the one to say it's all a game, it's all the same, it's all a shame. Wallow in your pain, swallowing insane thoughts like you ain't got a brain, it falls away. All that remains is just one more day. Never gonna go away. It don't matter what you say. This motherfucker's here to stay. So hold your breath for one more day. Oh, 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 oh.
All right, thank you so much, everybody. This is my last little ditty here. The song's called See You Later. I wrote it the last day I was at rehab.
The moon looks the same as when I got here. But somehow it seems like something's changed. It's something transcendental, it's a magnetic pull. A month ago it seemed half empty, but now it's half full. So it's been real fucking fun. I'm glad I got to meet you all, but now I gotta run back out into the real world. So help each other out and give yourselves a break. This life is fucking brutal, but we've all got what it takes. And this is not goodbye, it's see you later. I got up this morning, the sun was in the sky. I took a breath of fresh air and I didn't want to die. I haven't felt this way in a long, long time. So thank you all for all that you've done. You've helped me more than you could know, every single one. I only pray you get to live the lives you're meant to. So it's been real fucking fun. I'm glad I got to meet you all, but now I gotta run back out into the real world. So help each other out and give yourselves a break. This life is fucking brutal, but we've all got what it takes. And this is not goodbye, it's see you later. No, this is not goodbye, it's see you later.
Thank you.
It's not goodbye, it's see you later. What a fantastic message to leave for the viewers of the Xander Zone, who I know are gonna watch the next stream, right?
Stick around for the next stream.
The next stream, which is in 2 weeks. Are you going to be watching
the
next stream?
Who is it?
So we actually have a fantastic surprise. We keep forgetting to announce this because we were going to do a little promo video for spooky season now that it's October. Next up, we have How's About Charlie in 2 weeks. And then, the day before All Hallows Eve, so even though All Hallows Eve is the eve of Hallows or something, whatever it is.
All Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve, we have a super duper special stream with our fantastic friends in Junro. It will be Halloween themed streamed. October 31st, spooktacular. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. There's going to be more puns when I think about it. It is the spookiest time of the year, and I ain't talking about tax season. But in 2 weeks, we got How's About Charlie. That's going to be a fantastic stream. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. And all of you are going to be able to watch it on the internet. How, you ask? The way you watched it tonight. Whether it be on Facebook Live, whether you watched it on Twitch, or, as my mom said it, you watched it on the TikTok. I don't know how that happened. Is someone figure out how to live stream on TikTok and they're pirating a stream? That's kind of odd. I don't know why you would do that, but however you watch, however you engage, however you comment, like, share, put octopus emojis in, we thank you for everything you do. I want to give a big shout out to the fantastic crew on this camera. I punched the wrong one up first. Is this camera? You can see Andrea. You can see well, you can't really see Andrea too well. Andrea's hiding, but you can see Joelle. Joelle, pop out in front.
That one?
Yeah, the one's in the way back.
Just wave.
That's Joelle, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! We also have fantastic thank you to Josh setting up all our audio goodness. Fantastic thank you to our crew. Fantastic thank you to the people running our social media. Fantastic thank you to Chris OG of Chris OG and the Dopaminis, and a big thanks to all the Dopaminis, the friends we made along the way who are the real Dopaminis. That's what we have going on, right? That was the lesson of today. The real Dopaminis was the friends we made along the way.
Or maybe some of the enemies.
The real Dopaminis are also some of the enemies we made along the way. Oh, come on. Amanda from Cats on Film says they're going to rip it to DVD and bootleg this stream.
That's a good idea.
Look.
I'm going to start selling bootlegs outside of Will's house.
Look, I understand that is the real punk rock, but you know what's really punk rock? Following the rules, right? Isn't that right, everybody? Isn't that? That's the real punk rock. Yeah. Yeah. So, be punk rock, follow rules, hit like, share, love, and I'm not shouting out the sponsor yet because the sponsor hasn't paid us, but we do have a sponsor coming up very, very soon. So be excited about that. As soon as the sponsor gives me money / the thing that they promised they would give me to sponsor this, I'll shout them out. But until then, no sponsor for you, sponsor. But if you want to sponsor us, let us know. We'll work out a fantastic agreement. Chris, anything you want to leave our fantastic viewing audience with?
Yeah, just like work hard and do your chores. Clean your room. Don't fucking shoot fentanyl if you can avoid it. But like,
don't fucking shoot fentanyl if you can avoid it.
If you can avoid it.
There we go. And other fantastic life lessons from Chris OG.
Is that it? Are we done?
I think that's a wrap. No one else is asking anything else at the moment. So yeah, tune in 2 weeks for How's About Charlie. It's gonna be a fantastic time, and then tune in shortly after that for Junrose Hallow Stream Spooktacular. It's gonna be a shreckingly good time. I don't know why I made that pun. Maybe someone will be dressed as Shrek.
What?
I don't know. I don't know how to end the stream. Here's a little inside baseball for everybody. I have this little closing loop animation that I make, and I always forget to cue it up.
It's true.
But not this time. This time I remembered.
Definitely.
It might look like I'm forgetting, but that's just because I have to keep up continuity. You understand how media works, don't you? Don't they understand, Josh?
Does anyone understand?
We're all on the same page, and here I am playing that closing loop outro animation that I definitely queued up earlier. Xander Zone out.
We love you.
Yeah.